to the right. Harris drops back to pass. Looks. He's running. He's cutting on the 25. He's going to be short of a first down. Nice open field tackle by Bill Garrett to knock him down on about the 26. Lebanon should take over. First down, 26-yard line. Clock is now says 3:48. Lebanon will take over on the 26.
This will not go down in history as one of the most beautiful football games you'll ever see, but effective nonetheless. Lebanon needed to come away with a win to secure that home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. And apparently, as the clock runs with 3:40 to go in the game, we have done just that. 25-7 is the score. The Blue Devils lead. Coach Medley trying to substitute. In comes Stone Cipher at a split receiver position. Out goes Mo Thompson. Charlie Lambert at an offensive tackle. Chris Stafford will be the tailback, and we'll catch any other substitutions we have. Flag on the play, so a 5-yard mark-off against the Blue Devils for delay of game. We still have Thorne at a guard. We have Wortman at the center spot. Let's see if Bubba Jennings is still in there. Yes, Bubba's there. And Kaiser along that offensive front. Chavez Job still in the football game for the Blue Devils. So just a few substitutions for Coach Mark Medley.
Ball is on the 21. We got another penalty. 21-yard line. Quarterback is still Triplett. Takes it, runs. Stafford right straight up the middle. Stafford got to the 23 and got 2, I think. Second down and 8. So Lebanon will be playing at home next week in the playoffs, and it's going to be Red Bank or Soddy Daisy as the clock winds down 2:58. And Tommy might ask Steve there, ticket sales may go on sale Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or when?
Main office tickets will be on sale Monday. Probably start on Monday, so tickets will be available on Monday for the playoffs.
Lebanon runs a sweep to Stafford, and Stafford tries to get outside, but Beech won't let him. And on these playoff games, I guess first come, first serve, right? No reserve seats. Stafford lost a little yardage back to the 19-yard line.
So the Blue Devils will play host to either Red Bank or Soddy Daisy. That will be the number 3 team out of that Chattanooga region. Lebanon, the number 2 team in Region 4, 5A. Gallatin first, Lebanon second, Riverdale third on the tiebreakers as we approach the 2-minute mark.
I said under 2 minutes. Triplett takes it, runs straight up the middle. Cantrell carrying some people with him. Tony Cantrell. He just carried people with him all the way to about the 26, back to the original line of scrimmage. Terry, he's had a pretty good night. How many yards he got?
Bruce, you're right. 7 carries, 64 yards. You're talking a little bit over 9 yards a carry. Good night for Tony Cantrell.
So we have to punt again, and you got to watch that man of Beech that they send up the middle that likes to block punts. We're kicking into a strong wind. 1:42 at the moment. Beech, I guess it's called timeout. Timeout on the field. We'll take.
Hello, I'm Amy Rexter. And I'm Brady Prescott. And we're here at Roxy & Company with Angie Sims to make a small presentation. On behalf of the Blue Devil Booster Club, LHS cheerleaders, and coaches, players, and fans, we'd like to thank you for your support and present you with this souvenir stadium cushion for a token of our appreciation. Thank you. Thank you.
Stands on about the 14-yard line. Snap is back. Here comes that rush. He almost got it away. It'll hit on the 45, backtrack to the 43, to the 42, and come to a halt where Beech will take over. Tomorrow night, if you're watching your TVs here, tomorrow night will be Lebanon High School senior night and alumni night also, as they will honor their superlatives at Lebanon High School Auditorium at 8 o'clock, I believe is correct. So all the seniors and parents welcome to come out to that tomorrow night. Also, we'd like to send our condolences to Coach Randall Hutto, whose grandfather passed away this past week, Mr. Claude Roberts from Watertown. Back to pass is Harris. Harris looks, throws, caught out of bounds, I think. Yes, incomplete. They were chasing him. He caught that football out of bounds down around the 25-yard line.
And Glennis Video will be on the scene 8 o'clock tonight at senior night at the Lebanon Auditorium. Tapes, I'm sure, will be available, and that kind of helps feather Dwight's nest a little bit. So if you want a tape from senior night, you can pick one up from Dwight Phillips.
And right now, there's 1:05 left in the regular season. We're just hoping we got 5 more to play. We know we got 1 left after this one. We take it, or they take it, and they drop back, and here comes Bryson. Bang! Bryson missed him, but number 85, Inslee Hagan, belted him, and Harris will not get up. And he got stung, and man, is that hurt late in the season with less than a minute. And the season for Beech is almost over, and Inslee Hagan just unwound number 11. He's still staggering.
Bruce, if this was a boxing match, that would be a standing 8 count on the quarterback as John Bryson spun him around.
And he comes out.
He comes out. He's had enough. Inslee Hagan with the big sack, and the new quarterback for the Buccaneers, Damon Walls, a junior.
Well, let's give Inslee Hagan a TKO on that. Back to pass. Beech looks, screen out here. Intercepted. Ryan Alls. Now, he's intercepted his first pass of his career. I was trying to screen. Ryan Alls intercepted it. We've had 2 firsts tonight. First, Cantrell intercepts. Now the sophomore Alls picks one off. Is that right, Terry?
You're right, Bruce. Alls with his first interception, Lebanon's 18th interception of the season.
And Bruce, going back 2 games, that's the 3rd tackle we've had intercept a pass. Hasty last week against Riverdale. Tonight, we've had Cantrell and Alls pick off interceptions. And, folks, this one has finally come to a close. The Blue Devils improved to 9-1 on the regular season with a 25-7 win over the Buccaneers of Beech. Stay tuned for the postgame show with the interview with Coach Mark Medley.
The postgame show with Coach Mark Medley and field reporter John Bryant. Brought to you by Greg Brothers Car Wash, Jim Goodall, County Clerk, by Texas Boot U.S. Shoe, Youth Reach, College Street Church of Christ, Burr's Barbecue, and by Fraser Brown Insurance.
Welcome to the post-game show. I'm your host, John Bryan, Coach. I'm talking with Coach Mark Medley. Interesting ball game tonight, Coach.
That may be an understatement, John. I don't know. We came out the opening drive and just marched the thing down the field, and then got the penalty down there. Maybe got 2 penalties. I don't know, and came away with nothing. And from then on, things didn't go very well. Charles Moss went down with a knee injury, and we got the big run out of Jade right before halftime that gave us a lift going into halftime, and then we came out the second half and got the 2 early scores. Of course, the way we played last week, we knew we didn't have any emotion left for this week. We just hoped we showed up and played well, and we played well enough to win.
Looking at Jade's run, that was a thing of beauty.
It really was. He broke a tackle or 2, I think, and then reversed his field and outrun some people. And he's a determined young man, runs with a lot of effort, and that was a real big play for us.
We've heard a Gallatin score. They won 17-3. We haven't heard a Saudi Daisy Red Bank score, the winner of that, and we got next week at Lebanon.
Right. People we talked to in Chattanooga talked like that was a toss-up. With Red Bank's tradition, they felt like maybe Red Bank had the edge, but felt like that Saudi had a legitimate shot at winning the football game. So we'll just have to, when we get back to Lebanon, see who won that thing and make a film swap in the morning.
Coach, going to cut it short here tonight. I know you want to get inside and get the guys in some warm air. Congratulations on the big win tonight, and we look forward to next week's game.
John, we appreciate it. We got a few other kids hobbled here tonight. We're just going to have to hopefully check these injuries out, and they're not too bad, and we can get these people back on the field. It just doesn't look good for Charlie, though.
One other thought here, all three of your down linemen on defense has had an interception this year.
Yeah, they somebody said on the sideline over there, I think Coach Dillard maybe, that our defensive front may lead us in interceptions. I'm not sure.
Good luck in this week's practice, and hopefully everybody will recover for next week's game.
Thank you, John.
Good job. Okay, that's it for the Mark Medley post-game show. We'll take it back upstairs with Terry Stafford's wrap-up of the stats.
Thank you, John. I'm Terry Stafford here with the halftime stats. Thanks, John. This is Terry Stafford with the final stats. Lebanon improves to 9-1. They go to 7-1 in Region 4-5A as they defeat Beech tonight 25-7. Recapping the scoring, Lebanon got on the board 1:02 left in the second quarter. Tony Cantrell, a 5-yard run as Lebanon goes 60 yards in 6 plays. The extra point was no good. Lebanon led 6-0. And then on the final play of the first half, Jade Sellers, 80 yards for a touchdown. Lebanon going 80 yards in 1 play. They go for the 2-point conversion. That run fails. And at halftime, Lebanon leads Beech 12-0. In the third quarter, with 10 minutes left, Greg Triplett hits Mo Thompson from 46 yards away. As Lebanon goes 46 yards in 1 play again, they go for the 2-point conversion. That run fails, and Lebanon leads at that point 18-0. Then with 7 minutes left in the third quarter, this time Triplett hits Chavez Job with his second touchdown pass of the night. This one from 6 yards as Lebanon goes 15 yards in 5 plays. Triplett this time adds the extra point. Lebanon led 25-0. Beech got on the board the last play of the third quarter. Nathan Davenport from 14 yards away, a touchdown pass from Mike Harris as Beech goes 80 yards in 12 plays. Kaufman added the extra point, and that was the final score as Lebanon defeats Beech tonight 25-7. Taking a look at the stats for the ballgame, Beech 138 yards rushing on 31 carries, passing 100 yards on 7 of 19, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. 238 total yards for Beech. First downs, Beech with 10, 6 rushing, 4 passing. Turnovers tonight, Beech with 6 turnovers. They fumbled the ball 3 times, and they threw 3 interceptions. Penalties, Beech 2 for 30. Individually for Beech tonight, their leading carrier, Dave Corlew, 12 carries for 68 yards. Passing tonight, Harris was 7 of 18 for 100 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Walls came in through the last interception of the night. This one to Alls as Walls threw the ball 1 time for 1 interception. Taking a look at Lebanon stats tonight, 35 carries, 228 yards through the air, 118 yards passing as Triplett was 7 of 16, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. 346 total yards for Lebanon. First downs, Lebanon with 12 first downs, 7 rushing, 5 passing. Turnovers, Lebanon lost 1 fumble and threw 1 interception. Penalties tonight, Lebanon penalized 7 times for 74 yards. Individually for Lebanon tonight, Greg Triplett, 2 carries for 13 yards. Steve Rose, 4 carries for 17 yards. Charles Moss, 6 carries for 43 yards, all of those in the first half. Jade Sellers tonight, 14 carries, 120 yards. Tony Cantrell, 7 carries for 64. Chris Stafford, 1 for -2, and Bo Grissom 1 for -1. That's 35 carries, 228 yards for Lebanon. Tonight, Triplett passing again, 7 of 16, 118 yards, as Triplett has passed for over 1,000 yards again this season. He's up to 1,018 yards on the season. Triplett 7 of 16, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's 118 through the air, 228 on the ground, 346 total yards compared to 238 as Lebanon defeats Beech tonight 27-5. Next week, round 1 of the playoffs, as Lebanon will be at home tonight. They have beaten Beech. That final score again, Lebanon 25, Beech 7.
Thanks, Terry. Once again, another bang-up job on the stats. Lebanon a winner tonight by a score of 25-7.